So my initial contact with Time for God was online, and I visited the website www.timeforgod.org. From there, from my initial contact with Time for God, I was then sent an application form to complete, and after I completed that application form, I had to find 2 references, and after that, after the references were approved, I then had an online Skype call, and that was with someone who directed us, and we had a good chat, and I was able to ask questions as well as they were asking me questions, which was really beneficial for me as it was for them. And then from there, they then put me in contact with the placement that I'm at, and the place where I am this year, and I then had another Skype call with my placement to see if it was right for me. And after we'd accepted that it was the right thing to do, I then went from there, which was great. And I just think with Time for God, I was directed through every single thing. I knew what I had to do, and Time for God did their bit as well. But I knew all the time I knew what I had to do, and it was in control the whole time. It was great. So in the UK, anyone can apply for a UK-based placement, but for myself that cost me £1,600. It can be between £1,600 and £1,750. So those are costs for a UK-based placement, but anyone can apply. For an overseas placement, only UK residents can apply, and most of the time it's not a cost, but there may be a cost to go overseas. But for overseas placements, only UK citizens can apply, but for a UK-based placement, anyone can apply, and there may be a cost. So I've been amazed at the level of support that Time for God gives me. So the start of the year started with a pre-preparation conference, which was fantastic. As I came back in the UK, it was great to meet other volunteers and just to spend time looking at, first of all, the need that's in the UK, and for me to realise why I'm placed where I am this year. It was a great reminder at the start of the year why I was where I am this year. So that was great, the preparation conference, but then the mid-conference, which is where we are now, the big conference has been fantastic. Again, catching up with volunteers, but the teaching and support, the reflection has been great, and the big conference. But throughout the whole year, you get support from a field officer, and that's someone that I've valued so much this year. Someone whose number I know I can call, or an email address I can always contact with any questions. And it's great because what's good with a field officer is that they're not really in my life all the time, so they can really speak into my life on things which I maybe need guidance and support for. So that's what I've really valued this year, having that field officer to come and meet with us once or twice a year, but also to know that I've got that support in place to ask questions or any queries or any uncertainty that I have. I know I can go to that field officer in confidence and get some really valuable feedback and some really valuable advice, which has been great for me this year. So I think for me, Time for God, they really care about me as a person, and they really care about God's call in my life, and they want me to try and step into that and help in whatever way they can. The fact that Time for God's across denominations as well is great. So for me, being brought up in different backgrounds in church, it's been great to have that support and that network from different people in Time for God. So the other thing is with this Time for God is their network across the whole world. There's amazing people that I've met this year from many different nations and countries, and Time for God has helped put us in touch with those people, and it's been great for that as well. So the international contacts and the professional side of Time for God as well. Just really, they care about the small little things and really care about me as a person as well. So it's a very personal approach with a really big organisation. So that's one reason why I chose Time for God. My name's Ben, and I recommend that you take a year to take time for God.